first key step of the growth-minded leadership framework is to really be in a position to articulate your base. What do I mean by your base? I mean the ground you walk on, the craft you deliver every day, day in, day out. And that craft may have changed from when you first started. So for my example, I started out as a business analyst, moved into ERP delivery, then into complex program delivery, for example. So my craft changed as I moved through my career. Your left leg is your history, so that's one or two short stories that help explain the level of complexity you can manage. And then your right leg is your now, which is what are you doing right now? Does it complement and back up your craft? So that's the base. Now, let me explain why the base is so important, because quite often when you're asked to introduce yourself to somebody, or people used to come to me and ask for roles on my account team or on a project, I'd ask them, what is it you do? So what is the ground you walk on? And they would often reply back with, I'm good with people. I'm sort of good at, facilitating workshops. Yeah, but what is it you do? Are you a business analyst? Are you a use case analyst? Are you a service designer? Are you a programmer? What is your craft? And I'd also want to know if you've got any level of certification, or for how long have you been operating that craft for? Why is that important? Because I'm starting to filter out already whether your skill is repeatable or whether you're new to it or not, and whether there's a role for you on my project. So I need to try and get a sense of the craft you do and for the length of time or the level of repeatability. Then the history and your stories, one or two stories that really tell me what level of complexity you can manage. So here's my example, and I'll do the base and the history in one go. So, for example, I'm a program director, and I'm certified by IBM to lead large complex projects on behalf of the company. The largest project I've ever led is a 200-person, 50 million transformation of a brand new internet bank, managing 2 subcontractors, and to deliver that platform within 18 months. And I used to get given a lot of failing projects that needed to be recovered. So it's taken me seconds to introduce my craft, my certification, and 2 very short stories. The power behind that is storytelling, and especially with people who are leaning in to see if they can get you onto a project. They'll start to make up their own stories about you and try to see if they can fit you to a gap, a role, a need within their own program. And this is particularly important if you've got a number of years of experience behind you and you really have not got time and an introduction to tell them your life history. Your now is sometimes ignored or very powerful. So, for example, when I was asking people, what are you doing now? I was testing whether they're performing. So if they were to say to me, well, I'm project managing this project at this client, and I've been doing that for the last month, I'd be thinking, well, why are you coming to me? So that could be a weak right leg. But if they're saying, I'm managing this program, I'm looking for a step up, I've been on this program for the last 7 or 8 months, or it's coming to an end, or whatever that may be, it's sort of ratifying the fact that 7 months is quite a long time. You can't be all that bad. You've been on that program for quite some time. There's a logical reason why your now is sort of reinforcing your craft as a program director or project manager. So that's the 3 sets of the base. In the tool itself, you can also then practice your elevator pitch. And what's really quite good here is you can use the AI buttons on the right-hand side to refine your craft, refine your history, help improve the language behind it. It will explore for you if you're not adding data points behind your history. It will explore you to get more data points. And then when you start to move through your elevator pitch, it's really trying to get you to introduce yourself in a very quick, impactful way. And with every elevator pitch that we have within the tool, we don't want you to practice this and say it verbatim, because quite often, for example, hello, my name is Wayne Peacock and I'm a program director and I'm trying to remember the script, so I've become very robotic and I'm actually looking up into my brain rather than engaging with the person that's in front of me. So just reading a script can often be, or remembering a script can often be quite dangerous. So I like to, get what are the key bullets, what are the key points that I want to make, and we extract that and put that into the elevator pitch. What we're trying to avoid is you lying in bed at night, kicking yourself for the things you said, or for the things that you didn't say when you had a chance to meet somebody in a lift or in the office or on a call, and they ask you what you do, or you're approaching them for a role and you let yourself down. So the base is a very crisp, clean, short exercise for you to do.